Hello, I'm Elena Chapman, and I'm founder of Soul Manifesto. Today, I want to ask you a question. Does guidance really come from outside ourselves? Some say yes, some say no. All right. We have been taught through our whole life to trust the guidance outside ourselves. When we had a question, we would ask someone older than ourselves, our parents. We would ask questions from them, and if we didn't answer in the way that we were supposed to answer, then it was deemed wrong. That conditions us. That conditions us to trust outside ourselves. When we get older, if we do really good work, we get a promotion, we get a raise. We don't do the work that they deem is right, even though we think we're doing our best, we can get fired. Do you see how this works? More and more. If we do things correctly, we get A's. If we don't, we get C's and D's. All this is conditioning. If we get along with our friends and we've got the main friend who's kind of the leader of the group, if we do what that person says, or we follow what they say above our own, we stay with the group. There are so many ways that we condition ourselves to trust outside ourselves. And if you don't mind me saying, even religion does this. We can't have a direct connection with God. We've got to trust someone outside of ourselves to tell us what God says. So our whole life is set up to condition us to trust outside sources to guide us. Well, I've got news for you. True guidance is inside. And you're saying, but Elena, how can that be? I don't know everything. Actually, you know a lot more than you really think you do. And the guidance I'm talking about is not just, it's part of something bigger, because you are. Because you are spirit. I always say we are spirit and water. Because we're 70% water in our bodies, but the spirit is in there. And I've always say spirit is everywhere. It's omnipresent. And every time we discount and count the guidance out here, we're not listening to our higher self, our spirit. And our spirit will always guide us the right way. The other thing that gets because we've been trained, our subconscious has been trained. It's not really another factor. It's part of the factor of all the conditioning we've had to trust outside ourselves. It's our critical mind. And that's what's been trained. So it says, oh, no, that can't be right. Oh, no, you're not really hearing guidance. Well, guess what? I bet you 100% you really are. If you get yourself into meditation, or even a walk in the woods where you just let all the outdoor or outside yourself noise go away, and the critical mind can't grab hold of stuff, and you can start to trust what you're hearing in that loving tone, that guidance. It's always my guidance. When I feel like things are too hard or I'm out of the flow, I don't go out to someone else most of the time. I did once. I told you that story, when I called a mentor of mine, Bob Proctor. But usually, almost always, I go and I take a walk in the woods. And I always have a little chair I sit in, and I sit and I either meditate under some trees or I hug some trees. Yes, I'm a tree hugger. And I listen to nature. And I allow my mind to clear, and I allow myself to receive. And I don't put any guidelines on it. That's the critical mind. I just let whatever comes come. And usually, almost all the time, I'll hear, all right, you just need to switch it a little. Or you need to just kind of let this go. Or Elena, you're missing the point over here. Something will come that will guide me in a different direction, in a different way. Or even better yet, when I do that and I come back into my life, things will start popping in. The perfect teacher. I have a funny story. When I was just starting to put my book together on computer, because it was from a journal. I had been journaling, and I was sitting in a coffee shop, and here I'm putting this book, and I had so much doubt. My critical mind was playing with me. Oh my gosh, it was having so much fun. And it was saying, oh, you can't do this. Are you kidding? You're not an author. You're a musician. How can you possibly write a book? You wrote poetry. You don't write stories. All right, so I'm dealing with this while I'm sitting in the coffee shop and then the computer starts acting up. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. But then all of a sudden, as I am cursing at the computer, this guy at the other end of the table starts to laugh. And then he says to me, I look over at him, and he says to me, so, are you an author? Now, what are the chances, seriously, what are the chances that that guy is going to be talking about what's going on in my mind and asking me? No, that's not that guy. That's the universe saying, hey, Elena, are you or aren't you? Are you going to do this, girl, or are you not? And I thought to myself, this is my chance. So I turned to him and I said, yes, I'm an author and this is my first book. And because I took the jump to trust, that guidance came because he said, oh, guess what? I am already a published author. Would you like my help? Guidance comes through us by Spirit, and things will start to appear in your life if you trust. But you got to open the door. You've got to start spending some time listening to yourself, trusting. It will lead you the right way every time if it's from your higher self. So I always say, I have so many videos out on meditation and journeying, which is another form of meditation. That's how you start training your mind more and more. Well, it's not even training your mind. More and more, that's how you reach that vastness, that what I like to call the sweet spot of the universe, where the critical mind sounds so harsh and loud there, but your higher self sounds so loving and nurturing and just helping. You begin to trust it more and more through the meditation. And then you can start relying on it more in your life. Everybody is on this planet trying to learn and grow and evolve. We're all in the same boat. Why would that person know more than me? They may know a little bit more on one subject, but do they really know everything that's right for me? No, only I do. Remember that and start to build that wonderful relationship with your own guidance system, your true guidance. That's probably the best thing you could do for yourself today, really. And I'm so happy you're part of Soul Manifesto. And these are the things, this is what I'm here for, to help you, guide you to that incredible, wonderful, higher soul self. As always, love is spirit, and spirit is love. Namaste. Thanks for watching. Don't miss out on a single thing. Subscribe below. And here's something else I think you'll enjoy. Namaste.